Do you know that most seniors unknowingly do several things that quietly destroy their happiness and health? You might think you're living safely and wisely, but in reality, a few simple habits could be aging your body faster, draining your energy, and even isolating you from the joy you deserve. In today's video, we'll talk about 5 things people over 70 keep doing without realizing how harmful they are. These aren't the obvious mistakes you hear about on TV. They're the hidden ones that slowly steal your peace of mind and independence. I've seen it happen countless times. Smart, capable seniors who feel like life is slipping away from them, not because of illness, but because of routine decisions that no one ever warned them about. These behaviors may seem harmless, but they can quietly lead to exhaustion, loneliness, and decline. The good news, you can correct them starting today. And once you do, you'll begin to feel lighter, more alive, and far more in control of your days. So if you've ever wondered why some people in their 70s seem full of life, while others struggle to get through the day, stay with me. What I'm about to share could make the difference between merely growing older and truly living well. Now let's begin. Number 1, ignoring muscle strength. One of the most common and destructive mistakes people make after 70 is believing that slowing down will protect them. Many think resting more means staying safe, but in truth, it's one of the fastest ways to lose strength, balance, and independence. When you stop using your muscles, they begin to weaken, and that weakness spreads to your entire body, your joints, your heart, even your brain. The human body is meant to move. Even small daily actions, getting up from a chair, walking to the mailbox, or climbing a few stairs are opportunities to keep your body alive and responsive. But when you begin to avoid these movements out of fear of falling or fatigue, your muscles interpret that as a message we're not needed anymore. Within weeks, muscle fibers start shrinking, circulation worsens, and your stamina drops. The irony is that many seniors stop exercising because they feel tired, but the very act of moving more is what restores their energy. When you build even a modest amount of muscle, it improves blood flow, supports your spine, and even helps your body regulate blood sugar more efficiently. And it's not just about physical health. Your confidence changes too. Imagine this Robert, a 75-year-old retiree. Noticed he was becoming unsteady on his feet. He stopped walking to the park, thinking he was protecting himself. Within months, he found even standing from the couch took effort. When his doctor told him to start light leg exercises, he hesitated. But after a few weeks of consistent effort using a resistance band and short daily walks, his balance improved, and he regained that spark of confidence he thought was gone forever. The message here is simple. Inactivity is a silent thief. It doesn't shout, it whispers. It slowly takes away your ability to live freely. Building strength doesn't mean going to gym or lifting heavy weights. It means using your body daily, stretching, walking, lifting light household items, and staying consistent. At this stage of life, movement isn't about appearance or performance. It's about preserving your dignity and independence. The body adapts at any age, and it rewards those who keep moving. So stop avoiding activity out of fear or convenience. Your future self will thank you every time you get up and move. Number 2, talking only about illness and age. Another silent mistake many people make after 70 is letting their conversations revolve entirely around pain, pills, and problems. It might seem harmless after all. Health is part of daily life. But when every discussion centers on decline, it shapes your entire mindset. What you talk about repeatedly becomes what you focus on. And what you focus on determines how you feel about your future. Think about this every time you meet a friend and start comparing surgeries, medications, or doctor visits. Your brain begins to associate aging with loss and limitation. You unknowingly reinforce the belief that your best years are behind you. Over time, this thinking drains your motivation to improve or explore new possibilities. I once met a woman named Linda, 78 years old, who told me that her weekly gatherings with friends felt more like group therapy sessions. Everyone complained about something, knees, memory, or sleep, but no one talked about hobbies, dreams, or gratitude. One day, she decided to shift the conversation. She asked her friends, "What made you smile this week?" That simple question changed everything. They started sharing stories about grandkids, cooking, and even small victories like walking farther than usual. Within months, their entire energy shifted. They laughed more, worried less, and felt younger. Negativity is contagious, but so is hope. When you dwell on illness, your body responds with stress hormones that weaken your immune system. But when you focus on gratitude and purpose, your brain releases endorphins that boost both mood and resilience. Of course, you shouldn't ignore health issues, but you should also refuse to let them dominate your entire identity. The strongest seniors I've met are the ones who talk more about life than about aches. They remind themselves and others that while age changes the body, it doesn't have to shrink the spirit. So the next time you're in a conversation, catch yourself. Before you fall into the health talk trap, ask about joy, memories, books, or something inspiring. You'll be surprised how quickly that small shift changes not just your mood, but your entire outlook on life. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 3, refusing to learn new things. One of the biggest mistakes that slowly robs seniors of joy and vitality is believing that learning stops with age. Many people think I'm too old to start that, or my brain can't handle new stuff anymore. But science and experience both tell a different story. Your brain thrives on challenge, and when you stop feeding it, it begins to shut down. The brain is like a muscle. It doesn't weaken because you're old, it weakens because you stop using it in new ways. Every time you learn a new skill, solve a problem, or even try a new recipe, your neurons build fresh connections that protect against memory loss and dementia. The act of learning keeps your brain flexible, alert, and alive. I once spoke with a man named George who was 82 when he decided to learn digital photography. He told me that at first, the technology terrified him. He fumbled with the buttons and forgot settings constantly. But within months, he was editing his own photos and sharing them online. He said, "It feels like my brain woke up again," and studies back that up. People who continue to learn into their later years have sharper cognition, slower brain aging, and higher emotional well-being. Learning doesn't mean going back to school. It means exploring curiosity, reading about a subject. You've always wondered about joining a class at your local community center, or picking up a skill like painting, gardening, or learning to play a simple instrument. The key isn't mastery, it's engagement. When you challenge your mind, your confidence grows. You begin to see yourself not as old, but as capable, adaptive, and curious. It reminds you that aging doesn't have to mean shrinking. It can mean expanding. The worst thing you can do after 70 is retreat into the comfort of what you already know. The best thing you can do is surprise yourself. Every new skill, every new habit, every small discovery tells your brain, "I'm still here and I'm still growing." Learning keeps your mind alive, your mood lifted, and your life meaningful. So stop saying I'm too old for that. You're not too old. You're just getting started. Number 4, living without a sense of purpose. One of the saddest mistakes people make after 70 is believing their useful years are over. They retire, their children move away, and suddenly they find themselves wondering, what now? Without realizing it, they stop setting goals, stop making plans, and stop feeling needed. And that loss of purpose, more than age itself, is what begins to break the spirit. Studies show that people who have a reason to get up in the morning live longer, stay healthier, and maintain stronger memory function. Purpose acts like a fuel for the human soul. It gives meaning to every breath, every step, and every small act of kindness. Without it, even the best health can feel empty. Purpose doesn't have to mean saving the world. It can mean taking care of your garden, helping a neighbor, teaching your grandkids a skill, volunteering once a week, or even simply writing down your life lessons so that others can learn from them. The point is to know that you matter, that your presence still adds light to someone else's life. I once knew a man named Frank, 81 years old, who used to say, "I'm just waiting around until my time comes." He had no hobbies, no friends nearby, and spent most of his days watching television. One day, his daughter asked him to read stories to his grandkids over video call. That small activity reignited something in him. He began reading every week, then started writing his own stories. Within a year, his eyes were brighter, his laughter louder, and his doctor said his blood pressure even improved. That's what purpose does. It awakens the mind and heals the heart. It reminds you that life still needs you, even in small ways. Many people in their 70s or 80s underestimate the power of sharing their wisdom. Younger generations crave guidance, and you carry decades of experience that no book can teach. If you wake up each day with no clear intention, you give your mind permission to drift into worry and stagnation. But when you wake up with even one meaningful task, a walk, a call, a project, you create momentum. So don't wait for someone to hand you purpose. Create it. Even a small one can make a world of difference. Because when your life has meaning, your body finds strength, and your days fill with quiet joy. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 5, neglecting emotional health. The last and perhaps most overlooked mistake people make after 70 is treating emotional pain as something they simply have to live with. Many older adults carry invisible burdens, loneliness, regret, or quiet sadness, but they never talk about them. They convince themselves it's just part of getting old. Yet nothing could be further from the truth. Ignoring emotional health doesn't just affect your mood. It directly weakens your immune system, shortens your lifespan, and increases the risk of memory decline. Happiness at this stage of life isn't about pretending everything is perfect. It's about staying emotionally open and connected. When you shut yourself off, even from small joys, your brain chemistry changes. Levels of serotonin and dopamine drop, your motivation fades, and your sense of purpose weakens. But when you nurture relationships, express gratitude, and allow yourself to feel, your body responds with vitality. I once met a woman named Carol, 79 years old, who lived alone after her husband passed away. She rarely went out, barely spoke to anyone, and said she felt invisible. One day, her neighbor invited her to join a community gardening group. She hesitated, thinking she wouldn't fit in, but after attending one afternoon, she found herself laughing and talking more than she had in years. Within weeks, her sleep improved, her appetite returned, and her doctor even noticed her blood pressure lowering. Connection heals. It doesn't have to come from big gestures. It can come from simple daily moments. Calling a friend, chatting with your grandchild, or even smiling at a stranger at the store releases oxytocin, a hormone that strengthens your heart and reduces stress. Emotional health is not a luxury, it's a necessity. You can't avoid loss or change, but you can choose how you face it. Every time you open your heart, you reclaim a little more life. And remember, it's never too late to forgive, to reach out, or to rediscover what makes you feel alive. The people who live the longest and happiest aren't the ones with the fewest problems. They're the ones who stay emotionally connected through them all. Caring for your emotional health is the ultimate act of wisdom. It tells the world, I'm still here, still human, still capable of love and joy. And that's what truly keeps the spirit young. Final thoughts. Aging doesn't make you foolish, but ignoring the lessons of age can. These 5 stupid mistakes aren't about intelligence, they're about awareness. Most people fall into them not because they're careless, but because they stop paying attention to what truly matters: strength, purpose, connection, and curiosity. When you begin to correct these habits, something amazing happens. You don't just prevent decline, you rediscover freedom. Your body feels lighter, your mind clearer, and your spirit calmer. You start realizing that the best part of growing older isn't about years left. It's about the wisdom you finally have to live well. Don't let age convince you that your influence is over. You still have the power to inspire others, to love deeply, to laugh often, and to keep learning. Whether it's walking a little farther, changing a conversation, or choosing joy over complaint, every small decision adds life to your years. So take a moment and reflect. Are you holding on to habits that quietly drain your happiness? If so, today is a perfect day to let them go. You've come too far to live on autopilot. Choose awareness, choose growth, choose peace. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.